This is what every meeting looks like after it ends. A wall of text that nobody's gonna read. And this is what Claude turned it into, in about 30 seconds. So from unorganized meeting transcripts to fully organized tasks. So in this video I'm gonna show you how to do the same. And we're gonna be using Claude for that. I'm also gonna be using Granola and Asana, but if you are on Teams and Jira, or Zoom and Monday, or whatever, the logic and the steps are the same. You'll be able to set this up with your own tools. And at the end I'll show you what else you can build on top of this. So the actual problem we'll be fixing here is that every meeting has action items. And almost none of them make it into your task manager. So let's fix that right now. Alright, first thing we need to give Claude access to our meeting notes and to our task manager. So go right here to customize, connectors, then click on the plus button here, browse, then search for Granola and click on plus right here. Now it will redirect you to sign in. It's a pretty simple process. Okay, now let's do the same for Asana. So go to browse connectors, search for Asana, then click on the plus button and go through the login process. And that was it. We just clicked a few times and now Claude has access to Granola and Asana. Now let's test it out. Go ahead and open a new chat. So this is Granola. All it does, it transcribes my computer audio so it can record meetings basically. And I have these notes right here. And this is a conversation about a new project for my AI agency basically and what we need to implement for the clients. Now, if we go to Asana, I just created this new board here. It's just a simple one with to do, doing and done. And now I want to take these meeting notes and create tasks out of them. Now let's go to Claude and test it out. So pull my most recent meeting from Granola and give me a summary. I want to see what was discussed, key decisions that were made, action items with who's responsible and any deadlines mentioned. Let's send this message. As you can see, it already found the connector and it actually already found the meeting. And it just pulled a summary from what was discussed in the meeting. It was a status review for Brand Bounce, a Sydney-based marketing agency. Okay, this is not a real agency, this is just something I made up to show you exactly how this process works. And then in that meeting there was a discussion about the project that we're gonna build for them, an AI-assisted onboarding system with some functionalities. So we got everything out of that meeting here. Then it also extracted the key decisions and then the action items. Now this is already useful, but let me show you how to improve it even more. So I'm just gonna give it this prompt. Now take these items and create tasks in my Asana project, Ardona AI automations. This is how I named the board. For each task, use a clear actionable title. Add the due date if one was mentioned. In the task description, include context from the meeting about why this task matters and any dependencies or blockers mentioned. If someone was assigned, mention their name in the description. Awesome, so let's just send it. It's already working. It got the project. Now it's creating all the tasks at once. That didn't work, so now it's trying to use the Anthropic API with the Asana NCP. Okay, it is done, but it didn't create the tasks directly. It's asking me to push a button to send them to Asana, but it failed, so let's see why. Let me actually send it a screenshot of itself. Okay, now it started giving me the tasks one by one. Awesome, it's done. Now it's telling me to just hit create task on each one. Okay, so let's just do so. Now I hit create, I can click on view here, and then if I open the link, I'll see the task. But then if I go on my board and refresh, it's not here. So let's go and try to fix it. Now I created the last one. Only if I click on the view in Asana button, it opens, but it doesn't show on my Ardona AI automations board. Okay, let's send the prompt and see if it manages to fix it. Okay, now it's telling me that the task was added here, so let's refresh, and actually it worked. Now it's telling me to create each one manually, but let's see if it can do it itself. Can't you create them yourself and assign them directly? Okay, let's go with the second flow. So it will create them one by one. It will generate a preview and we confirm as we go. Okay, this is even worse because it can create them automatically. So let me just go up and create them manually. So I'm gonna press on each one. I've created the rest from the links above. Add them to the right board. Okay, it's done. Let's go and refresh it. So we've just gone from some meeting notes to actionable tasks in our board. How crazy is that? And it can also find things that you might not see because it thinks through what people were discussing in that meeting. Okay, as you've seen, we had a couple of problems. And it would be annoying for us to have to fix them each time we were discussing with Claude. So let me show you something even better we can do. Can you extract all we did here in a Claude skill for us to use next time so we don't go through errors? Starting from extracting the details from our most recent meeting in Granola. So I'm giving it a starting point and it knows the end because we just did that. So let's send it. And it created this on the right side. So a skill is basically something you create once you find a repeatable process in your work, and we just found one. And we want it to be done the same way each time. Okay, so it has a description, it has a name, right here and right here. Then it has the steps Claude needs to take. It's pulling the most recent Granola meeting. Then it's extracting and presenting the meeting summary. Then it's identifying the target Asana project. And then it's creating the tasks via create task preview. It added some critical constraints so we don't get into the same errors. Now it's going with the last version we've chosen, which is not the greatest, so let's update it a bit. It added the known issues. Awesome. And then it has the last step where it assigns all tasks to the project board. Okay, so update the skill, don't present the tasks one by one. I want all in a single message. Awesome, let's send it. It's done now. All we have to do is click on save skill right here or right here. And now go to customize. And if you click on skills, it will show up right here. Now let's open a new chat so it doesn't have the context of what we just did. And let's test it out. First I'm gonna go to Asana and delete my tasks right here. Let's see if I can batch delete. And now let's test it out. So first you have to reference it, and you do that by typing /meeting to Asana. And just tell it to run. That's all you have to do now. And the first step was for it to extract the transcript and then present us some actionable tasks. Awesome, it's done with the first step, exactly as we did it before, but this time we didn't have to explicitly tell it what to do, we just used the skill. Then it's asking me which Asana project should I add this to, so let's just paste the project name. Now as you can see, it didn't throw any error like before. Now I just have to create task on each. Now all are ready, just have to tell it that we are done, and it will move them to the board. So let's go to Asana and watch it happen in real time. And it's done, they just popped up here. Now what we just built is one skill, but think about what else you could do with this exact same setup. You could fully automate your Scrum ceremonies. You could have a daily stand-up skill that pulls everyone tasks, updates from Asana and generates a stand-up summary. So no more 15-minute circles where nobody's paying attention. You could have a sprint planning skill that looks at your backlog, pulls context from the last few meetings and suggests what goes into the next sprint. Then you could have a retro skill that processes the retro meeting, extracts what went well, what didn't, and creates improvement tasks so those action items don't just die in Google Docs. And now if you want to take this even further, go watch this video right here where I show you exactly how to turn Claude into your personal assistant with Notion. See you there.